New bike day.
This is like it's a Simpson president. It's like, oh no way, let's cut my fucking leather design. Hold on.
Alright, go put some petrol in it before we run out. Ah, no fucking fuel. Alright, really got to pay attention to the revs on this thing. The sound versus what it's doing on the Speedo is very different to my Africa Twin. I've got it on the Map 2, which is supposedly half the traction control of the Get Power Assist dial. It's got like 10 levels. I don't even know if it's traction control. I think it might be. I think it does something that detects rear wheel spin or something, and then it cuts power a little bit. Not doing anything gnarly. I'm just going on a dirt road, so quite easy to get yourself into trouble on any bike on the dirt when you don't know it. And I definitely don't know this bike. I've owned it for like 2 days. Yeah, Steg Pegs are not bad. Got some AliExpress specials coming for my mirrors. I bought some knockoff double takes for about, I don't know, $40. And I'm gonna go black plastics because the plastics on this thing are a bit flogged. So, getting some black ones. Yeah, it's got like a 1357 gearing on it. I don't know, I'm not too up to speed on gearing on these things, but I think it's a bit hectic for the revs up high and not going anywhere. A road riding scream. Oh, they're about to give it a fix up. Thank fuck, because I'm sick of coming here in my car and not being able to get out here. Oh, they're putting erosion mounds in it. Hopefully that means that they're fixing up down the bottom and the gate's open and I can finally go down and explore that whole area. One of the motivations for buying a small bike. I want to go explore all these places. But yeah, I'll get the snatchy on and off. I'm just going to have to get used to it. So you don't even back right off the throttle. You just get down near the bottom and it's like blah, blah, blah. And this trail looks totally different. I can't even recognise where I am. They've done so much work out here. So you can still putt this thing, look at that. No throttle, just a little bit of clutch. No flame outs. Full lock, no feet down. That's bloody easy on this thing. This thing's so nimble. It's like I barely even just weight the peg a little bit. Like, yep, turning. Let's go. Doesn't even feel like I'm doing 70. I wonder if this Speedo's out a mile with this giant rear sprocket on. Oh, nice. That's fucking loose. Very loose. Hey, fuck, this bike's fun as fuck. I've got a Desert HT on the front. I'm not sure if it's a fatty or a 90. And I've got, I don't even know what size it is in the back, I haven't even looked, but it's got a D606 on the back. Fuck, that's so loose, and this is so easy to do on this bike. Dancing over it. Even though the front end's all over the shop, man, the back end going sideways everywhere, every little chunk of rocks just like boom, 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 left, right, and it's just like calm as. Alright. Yeah, this is pretty fun. I really want to go do my regular loop, but I have tools on me to fucking jump start the battery if need be, and to adjust my gear shifter. That's it. I think this thing's really loud. It's kind of hard to tell with the helmet on and all the wind noise, but people seem to notice me coming a lot more than Africa Tune. I'm just cruising through town yesterday. Don't even need to stand up. Yeah, it's loud. Just idle through it. Yeah, it's pretty deep. It's the deepest I've seen it so far. Can't reach forward enough to even get this thing full throttle. You got to turn it so far. Don't know if that's the throttle tamer or what. I don't know. It's got a G2 throttle tamer. I think pretty much everything you can put on this bike, it's got it on there already. I have no idea. I have to go through it. I have to do some research. I was looking at ones that had this and that done, and or ones that were cheap that just needed totally setting up, and then I was about to do 6-hour drives to here and 7-hour drives to there from home, and my mate was all G, he's like, yep, let's go. And then all of a sudden he messaged me and he's like, put a deposit on this bike right now. And I'm like, okay. There's my mate Neil, and he's like, there's my old bike. And I was eyeing off that bike. I was going to go have a look at it, but I was still umming and ahhing, and I wasn't sure where I was going to be living and a few other things that weren't certain yet. So I put it off, and then it came up, and I was like, oh man, that bike's really well priced and it's got so much stuff done to it. I'm hardly going to have to spend a cent on it after I get it. And then it sold. And then I was like, damn. And then I ended up meeting the guy who sold it, and now we go riding together. And he swapped it for his 300L that I test rode in the video a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't even that long ago he got it. And this guy needed money fast and he had to part with it. I picked it up at a very good price, so I can't complain. I just had to go without it for about 9 months. And in that 9 months, all my uncertainties became certainties, and then I was in a good position to do what I'm going to do, and I jumped on it. And I'm very glad. The universe sorted itself. Yeah, it's a little bit twitchy, but I don't mind it. I think it's not the words twitchy, it's just agile, and when it does do a little bit of going offline, it just corrects itself really quick. And I think that's the twitch that Neil was referring to. He's like, man, it's really twitching. I'm like, it is, but it's kind of good, because it's not so much twitching out of line, it's twitching back into line. It's fun. Barely even had to stand up over any of these shitty bumps yet. It's real easy to dodge them. Like the 300, I think I'd get bored with the power, and for the same money I could buy something set up like this, or I could buy pretty much a bone stock 300L and then throw money at suspension, money at power mods. Look at that, I'm just putting. I'm not even touching the accelerator. I think that's third gear. Look, no clutch. Let's see how it goes up the hill. So it's pretty well set up. Off-cambered gravel corners. Hey! Fuck, this thing's too light. Come over the crest, it's like, whoa! Because it's under throttle and the old bike wanted to take off and start doing fishtails. Definitely twitchy in that regard. Corner's pretty good. Do a lap out there and see how it handles 100k an hour zone, and we'll do a return trip through here. I think hopefully the rain holds out. Oncoming, we'll give it a 0-100 with a 13:57 gear ratio. Alright, go. Yeah, she wants to get fucking loose. I don't know how accurate that speedo is though. And there's the dam. There's a couple of kangaroos is cruising. Man, that's really hot. Hopefully it starts again. Pretty nice here. Thought I'd just pull up here just in case I've got to pull the seat off and jump start it and carry on. I don't really want to do that in the middle of a car park. Surprisingly no wind blowing on my legs. That tank is like no bearing. I'm only sort of feeling air hit me from like near my navel and my upper arms from the elbows up, which isn't too bad. So that's putting at 60 in 6th gear. I don't know what the speedo, I don't even know what this thing redlines at. But yeah, the gearing's pretty hectic. This thing's even got a hydraulic clutch. It's got a Magura on it. about this bike. I didn't even ride it before I bought it. I had no idea what it was like to ride one of these. I went, yep, let's go. Been looking and reading it. I'll watch them reviews long enough. Definitely got to get used to the whole, this hasn't got twin discs at the front, gigantic brakes. It definitely doesn't pull up like the AT, even though it weighs like 130 kilos less than it. It definitely doesn't have the stopping power of an AT. Don't do it. Go for the fence. Thank you. It's all good. I'm gone. You got to really pull on this brake lever. They do work well, but they require a lot of hand pressure. See, that would have been a big bottom out in the Africa Twin. Is there a way of sticking an oil cooler on this machine and making the oil service interval change a little bit longer? Comment down below if you know anything about that. It's something I haven't looked into, but it's been on my mind a bit, and I'm thinking maybe I can stick another half a litre of oil in it and have an oil cooler run it. Let us know in the comments. Fucking gliding over this shit sitting down at like fucking 80 k's an hour. Hey, fuck, she's got some go. Yeah, definitely worth the money. Fucking loving it. I like the 300, but this is ham. This is going off. How's the weather looking? It's not looking too bad. It's not all that phase to ride this bike in the wet. I think the tyres are bloody great. This bike's squirmy, but it just corrects itself so easily. So hard to see this trail coming. Is this going to be a bog hole galore? I know some of this truck's clay. Fucking okay, now I know what they're talking about, the on-off, on-off. Need a lot of clutch control. I think second's probably a better goer through here. Definitely need to use a lot of clutch on this thing when you're doing technical shit. Or when you're me doing technical shit in slow motion instead of going ham like most people do. Them Steg Pegs are pretty good. Do all your hanging on with your boots. My knees aren't even touching the bloody bike. Mainly because it's got a low seat on, but even still, you're going to let the throttle off and you don't need it to slow down. Pull the clutch. Just pull it into the friction point so it's just cruising on it a bit. No more on off throttle. Nice and smooth. Oy, give it a dab right in the middle of the puddle. Nice wet socks. Woo! Fuck, that was slimy and a lot deeper than it looked. Log. Oy. Well, not a log, big tree root with a hell step on it. It's fun on the twin doing that. How good are Steg Pegs? Save about 20% of your energy with these things. They're bloody great. It's a shame they don't make them for my bike. I don't even know what fucking PSI I got in these tyres. I probably should check that shit before I go doing dumb shit like this. Fucking big rut. Oh, bogged it. Yeah, should have just fucking powered out of that. That was deep. I don't normally ride in that in the twin. I just go on the high bit in the middle, but it's looked a bit slimy then. It looked like it could be balancing a fucking big razor blade covered in snot with two big ruts. Figure I might as well just go on the rut on the little bike. I can lift the thing, so I can lift the twin too, but I just really don't want to. That was fun, except for the wet socks, but shit happens. Been a long time since I've ridden anything like that in the wet. Fucking how's this, sitting down, vibes all over the shop, and it's just like, yeah, fucking comfy as. It's like, it'll do that shit all day. Too easy to get air on this thing. This is going to be flogged, I'd say. I haven't been out here for over a year. Yeah, 4th and 5th false neutrals. That fucking shift is just up too high. I should pull over and adjust the fucking thing, but I don't really want to turn the bike off. It won't start again, then I've got to take the seat off and then get my drum pack out and stick around, and yeah, it's a fine line somewhere around the 10 to 15 minute mark, where 1 minute it'll start perfectly fine, and then after that 15 minute sort of mark it just goes just ticks, and then you can like flick the high beam on and off while you're cranking, it'll start going boop, 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 boop. And then other times it just does nothing, it just keeps ticking and ticks slower and quieter until it stops ticking. But I've ordered a new battery, and unfortunately I had to order the same battery because I can't find anything else anywhere. I don't know if this bike came out with a lithium ion battery, but I can't find anything that's not lithium ion. They look like tracks. That's what this bike's for. That definitely looks like a track. It also looks like soft, boggy shit. I mean, first, or is it just a place where people dump shit? Or is it a walking track? I don't know. No, it looks like a full drive track. Track. I think it's a walking track. Fucking bug up my nose. Whoa, that is really loose. Sand and sticks and leaves all sliding on top of each other, just going, yeah, no, you don't want to do that. Many people use this road, only people jogging and riding push bikes. But for about the first year I lived here, this was just underwater. This whole section that I'm riding through right now, every time I'd come around that corner, oh, little black wallaby, I'd come around that corner and just see like water as far as you could see down the road, like underwater, like the width of the track into the bush. Wet and slippery. It's not fun riding sitting down. I've had the twin through here a couple of times in the dry, but like I said, we've had a lot of rain lately. Oh, look at that. Driving through a giant fucking half-foot deep fucking puddle of diarrhea. Yeah, that's slippery as. Whee, fucking sideways, front and back. Enjoying it. Believe it or not, this is actually a road on a map. extremely fun. Definitely a steep learning curve. Getting the hang of this little bike, it's fucking fun as. Still does alright on the toe on these fucking tyres. Can't complain. Don't think they're going to last very long though. I'm not sure. I know nothing about the tyres on this bike. So it's geared that low. I'm doing 60 in 6th gear on twisties. Anyway, almost at home. And if you watch this far and you can actually hear anything of a single word that I've said today, because it's the first time I've ridden the bike and recorded it, and I don't have a windscreen or a fairing or anything, and I've got my visor open the entire ride because yeah, I run hot even when it's freezing cold. I need air. If you have managed to watch this far, all I can say is thanks for watching, thanks for the support. Hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.